Hello everybody, I'm in the freezing cold shed again. It's absolutely freezing and my central heating is packed up. That's the latest disaster. Right, just wanted to give you a few updates about the channel. But I've got to start off by offering a big apology to all of you who commented that I haven't replied to your comments. Well, I've had so many disasters in a few days that I've just not even been near YouTube. So I do apologise, and all I can do is collectively thank you all for your comments. Now, I've just sat indoors in the freezing cold with no heating, reading comments, and it took me 2¼ hours to read all the comments. And I have read all the comments up to date, all of them. So you're all singing off the same hymn sheet, that's for sure. And several interesting things have happened. I uploaded that last video. Let me just tell you something first. I keep a tally. It's a bit sad really, but I keep a tally every single day. I've got a little book with all my videos, every video that I've ever put up on YouTube, all listed. And next to it, every day I update the number of subscribers. And I'll look down the list and I'll think, yeah, no, that hasn't changed, that one hasn't changed. Yeah, I've got 1 subscriber from that one. That one hasn't changed. Oh, I've lost a subscriber there. Oh, I've gained a subscriber on that one. And I go all the way through. And I thought, well, I've just been through them and there's no, I can't see where 11 subscribers have gone from. So I've gone back to, I thought, right, it's going to be the video about the carburettor, the one I deleted. When I got up the next morning after uploading that video, I'd lost 11 subscribers, as I said in the last video. And I thought, well, I can't be having that. I'll have to delete that video. If I'm going to start losing subscribers, I'm going to have to delete the video. So I deleted the video without looking at my tally. So I've gone down the tally and I thought, no, there's no 11 subscribers gone. But my total number of subscribers had dropped by 11. So I'd gone back to the video, which was unlisted, but it was still there, and clicked on the analytics and that, and I hadn't got any subscribers because it was on overnight, so nobody had actually really watched it really. No subscribers and no subscribers lost. If I'd lost 11, it would have said -11. So I thought, hang on a minute, and that really miffed me, that did, and I thought, I don't understand this. Why have I lost 11 subscribers? And I kept thinking about it, and about 1 o'clock in the morning, I got onto YouTube and I got onto creator support, which is just a live chat thing really. You just type in what you want to tell them and they'll talk back to you. A guy came on there, he said, hello there, what's your problem? And I said, I've lost 11 subscribers on the evening of the 15th of December. Yet my tally is not showing 11 subscribers lost. So he said, hang on a second, let me just get your analytics up on our screen. And he said, and we'll get our analytics up as well for your channel. So that's obviously different to what I can see then. And he said, yeah, I can see it now, yeah, the 15th. Yeah, there was 11 subscribers removed from your channel. I said, removed? He said, yeah, we removed 11 subscribers. So I nearly hit the roof. I said, look, I said, it's hard enough to get subscribers. I said, without you taking them off as well. And he said, hang on a second. He said, let me explain. We've got a program that runs in the background 24 hours a day, 360 days, 65 days a year. And it analyses all the likes, dislikes, comments and subscribers on every single channel on YouTube, regardless of what the content is or the subject is. He said, and it does that relentlessly, round the clock. And he said, and you've obviously had a visit from that program. And we have removed 11 subscribers because they're invalid. And I said, well, hang on a minute. I said, somebody subscribed, they're not invalid, are they? He said, if they, from the time they subscribe, that subscription is only valid while their channel is in use. I said, I don't understand. He said, if somebody subscribes to your channel and they close their YouTube account or Google account, those subscribers, the people that he's subscribed to, all his subscriptions will be invalid because there's nobody there at the end of it all. And this program is designed to take out all the invalid subscribers. And you've had a visit, and the program has taken 11 invalid subscribers from your channel. And he said that way it makes it fair for everybody. Because I said, well, a subscriber is a subscriber. And he said, no. He said, the people that we've removed from your channel have not got active. Maybe they've got an illegal channel. Maybe we've taken their channel down, or they've deleted it themselves. But those people that have subscribed to you that we've removed will not help your channel grow at all. They will not watch any of your content. They will not be able to post anything, and they won't even be able to like it. So they don't exist anymore. So it's far better for you to have genuine subscribers that will interact with your content than invalid ones. So it just makes it fair for everybody. We do it with everybody. And I said, well, I must have been visited by that program before, because I've lost subscribers in big numbers all of a sudden. Why don't you send me an email saying we've just removed 11 invalid subscribers from your channel? Then I'd know. Also, I've just made a video having a rant about losing subscribers through content, and it isn't my content and it's not my fault. And he said, yeah, we are working on that. He said, but nothing is in place yet. Is there anything else I can help you with? And I said to him, I said, well, you can give us a pound out the till if you like. And he said, we're not a shop. That's what he said. No sense of humour. Anyway, that was a bit of an eye-opener. So YouTube do remove subscribers if they check out to be invalid. And they do it with likes as well. If somebody leaves a like on a video and then deletes their channel, they'll remove that like. So I've noticed my likes go up and down, but then again, people can say, oh, I changed my mind, I don't really like that, I'll unsubscribe, unlike that video. People can do that. Now, the other thing is that from the comments that I read, a lot of you seem to think that I'm really getting down with the negative comments. Well, yeah, none of us want to get negative comments because there's no need for it. But they do not bother me one little bit, really, because I just delete them. I just delete the comment, and if it's really bad, I'll block the commenter. And that's it, they never come back again, they're gone. So I can deal with that, that's not a problem. But you work hard to get subscribers, and when they suddenly disappear, you think you've done something wrong, or it's a bad video or something like that, and it's not. It's YouTube meddling with it all. So just be aware that that does go on, and that's been confirmed by YouTube straight to me, so not so good. So, right, I'm staggered about how many people in the comments have said they don't even own a Royal Enfield, they're just interested in the engineering or whatever. It doesn't make any difference. If you're interested in mechanical stuff like that, you don't have to have a Royal Enfield to subscribe to my channel. Some people, I mean, one guy said, oh, I only subscribe because of your cats. Well, it's a funny channel to subscribe to for a couple of pussycats, isn't it? But there we are, each to their own. So it takes all sorts, doesn't it? You know, I mean, we're all different, but in some ways we're all alike. So moving forward, I know that a whole bunch of new subscribers have just joined, and don't ask me why. I just don't know why, but my subscribers numbers have gone right up. Unless it's YouTube putting them back on, again. I doubt it, but I don't know how many new subscribers I've got, but you're all very welcome. And I hope you find something on my channel that will entertain you, or tell you something you didn't know, or give you something to think about. Moving on, yes, I'll carry on making videos, because you've all made it quite clear that you do like old Royal Enfield. So I got that wrong, didn't I? I got that completely wrong, as per usual. I just, sometimes I do get things completely wrong. And if I do get something completely wrong, I'm the first bloke to put my hand up and say, got that wrong. And that's what I'm doing now. I got that wrong. There's a lot of people that have left comments that I don't know who they are. I've never seen their names before, but they seem to know an awful lot about my channel. So they must be the silent majority that are just lurking in the background and watching, you know, and but don't ever comment. You know, I know it does happen, but you know, all your comments are welcome. There was one chap I had to block in the comments. He said, "I'm glad you're packing up." He said, "I'm fed up of watching you, fed up of listening to you, good riddance." So I gave him an early Christmas present and barred him, blocked him, so he won't be coming back. What a thing to put. I mean, if he's fed up of watching me and fed up of listening to me, why even bother keep clicking on my videos then? You know, just go and watch something else. So yeah, I did get a lot of dislikes on that video, but YouTube also said that you can get dislike attacks, where it's a bot that will put all the dislikes in. And he said it happens quite often. He said there's scammers and all sorts out there that do it. But their little program will, when it comes round again, it will take all those bot generated dislikes off. So you might have a load of dislikes to start with, and then a month later, I said, how often does it actually do your channel then? And he said the way it performs, he said it will visit every single channel on YouTube throughout the whole world once a month. It must be some busy program, that's all I can say, because there's millions. And I said to the guy on YouTube, I said, well, yeah, but who deletes their channel? Who deletes their YouTube account? And he said, I shouldn't tell you this. He said, but hundreds of thousands of people a day cancel their channels. And he said, fortunately, twice that number restart a channel or start a new channel. He said, so he said it does, that's why we do keep increasing, but there is a lot of people that delete their channels. So that was all a big eye-opener, and that made things a lot clearer to me. Being a thick sort of country fella, don't understand all this technical jargon, but there we are. I've explained it to you like he explained it to me, and hope that makes sense. So I'd got it completely wrong. Just from the comments, there's some really good comments in there. Nearly all of them were really good comments, apart from that one that I deleted. So where do we go from now? Well, I'll just carry on making videos. I can only, well, you know what kind of bikes I've got, Royal Enfields, and I'll say I have driven myself into a bit of a corner really. I'm just sort of like Mr. Royal Enfield now. I mean, people starting to send me Christmas cards now with Royal Enfields on them. You know, I mean, other makes are available. You know, just because I don't have too many other makes. Didn't mean to say they don't exist. And like I said in my last video, if you're on two wheels, you're doing well. Doesn't matter what you ride. And I've seen people, I mean, my next video will be a bit interesting. I know it will. And I tried to film that yesterday. I got up at 6 o'clock yesterday morning, and it was exactly freezing point. It was 0 degrees. And I fired up my other bullet, and the one with the panniers on the back, my winter bike, and I rode for 52 miles to a location to film something. I'll tell you a little bit about this video. It's a stately home, and my partner, when she was alive, she died in 2002, and her father, I was feeling down in the dumps. Obviously it was the next day after she passed. He said, let's go out. So he was fairly down as well. He said, I want to show you something. And he took me to this country estate. Now, he'd worked on this country estate in the early 1950s, and he worked there right till the 1970s, mid-1970s. And he said that the previous owners of this country house, mansion, estate, there were a lord and a lady. I'm not going to mention their names because it will give it away. And he knew them really well. And they knew about this thing that I'm going to film, or went to film yesterday. And he said, and everybody else on the farm that worked on the farm is pretty dead now. They said they're all gone. And he was an old man then. And he said, but I want to show you something. And I think I am the only person alive that knows about this now, because the present owner of the house, the new owner, does not know about it. And there's several secrets about the house that he does not know about, and I'll tell you about those as well. So he showed me this, what I was gonna film, and I was amazed by it. It's totally untouched, and it's got some. You'll have to wait for the video, which I'm going to make tomorrow. But my day yesterday ended in absolute disaster, because the security on this estate, although nobody lives in the house is empty. The first thing that the owner did when he bought it was all the contents he put into Sotheby's and sold all the antiques off. So the house is empty, but there's a 10-strong security guard force there. And the security is something else. There's pressure pads, there's motion sensors, there's infrared cameras, there's normal cameras, there's long range cameras. Everything is alarmed, all the gates, everything. The fences are alarmed as well. And I got there and I was absolutely frozen stiff. I really was. 52 miles on a 350 bullet. At freezing temperature, and the temperature never got any higher than 2 degrees. And I was wrapped up fairly warm, and I wasted a load of time the night before putting heated grips on, which didn't work. They're R&G grips. There's nothing wrong with those. They do work, and there's nothing wrong with the grips I've got. It's just that a 350 bullet alternator cannot power a pair of heated grips. They need 4 amps of power to run the grips. And all the bullet can do is chuck out 2 amps to charge the battery. Now, I can put them on a 500 because most of the 500s were electric start in the end, and they've got a big alternator to cope with the electric starter. So they'll run them, so I can put them on there. But it was a waste of time putting them on there, so I didn't have them. And I've never had heated gloves on a bike before anyway. It looks like I still haven't. So I got to this place and I managed to get onto the estate. Found a little gap where I could get in, and I was getting fairly close to where this thing is. I mean, when my partner's father showed me, and he'd worked there for years, he struggled to find it, and I've been back once since then, and I struggled. I spent about 2-3 hours combing the place trying to find it. I thought, well, it won't be disappeared, it will still be there. And eventually I found it, and I got my sat nav in my pocket that I use in my van, and I took a fix on it, I got the coordinates, the latitude and longitude, and I scribbled them down on a bit of paper when I got home and kept them. And so now I know exactly where it is, and it's fairly overgrown now, I would have thought. But this is how my day ended. I was keeping to the tree line. I wasn't going down the main road or anything like that. And suddenly, out of nowhere, a pickup truck turned up with a couple of guys in there, and they stopped and shouted out the window at me. And I thought, well, I'm too cold to run. Honestly, I was frozen. I was shivering. I was freezing. I thought, well, I can't run off because the only way out is the way I came in. And if I just ran out into the open, all the cameras would be on me, and they'd cut me off. So I thought, I don't know what to do. I can't go back the way I came because it was through quite thickly, heavily wooded land. So these guys got out, and I didn't like the look of them because they'd got tasers on the belts. And I thought, that's not good. And they're jabbering away at me in some foreign language, and I didn't understand what they were saying. But when they got a bit closer, they were Arabian. They're from Arabia. And one of them did speak some broken English, and he wasn't a very nice fellow at all. He said, "Why you here? Why you here?" And I wouldn't tell him. I said, I don't understand what you're saying. I did understand what he was saying, but I wasn't going to give him any answers. Anyway, two of them grabbed me, and they put me in the back of this truck, in the cab, not in the buck. And I said, "Where are we going?" He said, "To office." So they drove me to the house, and they got a porter cabin there, and they unloaded me and got me into the porter cabin and started asking me questions. One was asking questions in Arabic. I couldn't understand a word he was saying. But the other one said, "Why are you here?" And I said, "I don't know, I got lost." "You're not lost in our estate." He said, you cannot be lost and come into this estate." I said, "Well, I gathered that." I said, "But I just got lost. I didn't even know it was a estate." Of course I did, I know all that, but I didn't tell them anything. They wanted to know my name, my address. I wouldn't tell them anything. I gave them a false name, gave them a false address. And then they locked me in. And it got grills on the window of the port cabin on the outside. So I thought, I'm going to get out of here. But it was a little bit warmer than it was outside. So I thought, I'm sitting there shivering. I thought, oh, come on, let's just go, let's go. And they were talking outside, having a conversation with each other. And then they all came back in again and started to grill me again. "We need to know who you are." And I said, "I'm nobody." I said, "I'm just a bloke on a motorbike. That's it." "And where's your motorbike?" I said, "It's parked up there somewhere, I don't know, by the side of the road." Anyway, long story short, they dragged me out, put me back in the back of the truck, and then drove me to the gate, the main gate, and unlocked it, drove through, and turfed me out with a stern warning: never come back here, ever, otherwise big trouble. So I thought, right, okay. So then I had about a mile to walk to go to find my bike. I thought, I hope it's still there. And of course by then I'm freezing even more, and then I've got 52 miles to ride home. So I never did make the video. More's the pity, because I got the camera and I started filming, and I thought, I'm going to struggle to find this straight away. So I said to the camera, I said, "I'll bring you back when I find it." And I cut the video off and put the camera in my pocket. And that's when the security blokes turned up. So I didn't film any of them because they'd have gone mad, absolutely mad. But I didn't like the fact that they got tasers on the belts. So that was frightening, that was. So, what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to go back there tomorrow. That'll be Christmas Eve, and I'm pretty sure that there won't be too many people about. But if I'm caught there, I'll try and catch it on camera. And then, I don't know if they know how to upload things onto YouTube, but they probably won't do it on my channel. But yeah, so if you never see me again, you'll know that it didn't really go well. So it's going to be a bit warmer tomorrow, so I'm going to leave about 10 o'clock when it's warmed up a bit and ride back out there, and I'm going to find another way in there and be very, very wary of cameras and stuff. So yeah, so there's going to be a good video. I think it's going to be a good video tomorrow. There's nothing like filming in a place where you're not supposed to be, is there? It's but my father-in-law, my partner's father, he said to me, he said, the Lord that lived here used to collect birds' eggs. He had thousands of them, all rare eggs, you know, and he had them all in glass display cases. He said these glass display cases were about 6 or 7 shelves high. He said, and they were stacked, well, there were just lines of them in this room. And the lady of the house, she hated them. Well, when the Lord died, the first thing she did was have some antique restoration people come in, and they completely panelled all these birds' eggs in with a false frontage around them. It was all just oak. And if you look in the window of that room, it's just an empty room with oak panelling. You wouldn't never think of anything untowards in there, but all those eggs are still in the glass cases behind the panelling, and the current owner won't know that. He'll never know that. So, because he doesn't live there. He's never lived there. It's been empty since 1990. So it's all interesting stuff. I think it's interesting stuff, and it's something that if my partner's father thought he was the very last person to know anything about what I'm going to film, that must make me the last person, because he's passed away now. That must make me one of the last people to know about it. And it's not open to the public, and there's no public access at all. I mean, all the signs make it blaringly obviously not supposed to be in there. And you face the wrath of Allah or whoever they celebrate in that religion. But there we are. So I'm going to be heading out tomorrow, and I'll be making another video for you for Christmas. And things I do, things I do to get a bit of content. I could just film a moped going up and down the road, or starting a bullet up or something, and just all be done and dusted in 5 minutes. But no, I've got to go and ride 104 miles to film something where I might get arrested or shot. So I hope you're going to leave some likes on that one. But yeah, okay, right. This is a stupid time to be making a video. It's 10 to 11 on the eve before Christmas Day Eve, if that makes any sense. So I don't know what date it is. It must be the 23rd today, is it? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, so fear not, you people. I'll carry on making videos for you, and if you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. But I owe it to the new subscribers to do more. I mean, they've taken the trouble to hit the subscribe button. I don't know why they've done it, because there's a risk there that I wasn't going to make any more content, wasn't there? But now I've got it sorted out with YouTube, and I know where I stand with that. That's made a bit of a difference. Like I say, I don't give the monkeys about the dislikes. You're always going to get them. There's plenty of trolls out there. They're not. My videos aren't everybody's cup of tea. I know that. You can't please all the people all the time. Somebody said that in the comments. Somebody said, "Do I get that seasonally affected disorder?" You know, and no, I don't. I don't. I'm out and about all the time, day and night. I burn the candle at both ends, and yeah, I'm quite happy going forward all the time. You know, it's when you go backwards or you wake up in the morning and feel some wood around your shoulders, you know you've had it. So yeah, you've got to live life to the limit, haven't you? And I certainly am. So, but I'll just give you a thing. Another thing, why I didn't get back to the videos. We did dug a reservoir for a farmer. And we finished it in October just gone. And I had one of my Caterpillar D8s and scrapers there. And when we finished, it was late in the year and I didn't have anywhere else to take it. So I said to the farmer, can I leave it here? Will it be okay here? He said, yeah, that'll be all right there, boy. Just leave it there. That'll be it. Won't be in our way. He phoned me a few days ago and said, do you want it moved? And he said, yeah, I do want it moved. He said, if you wouldn't mind. He said, I'm the subject of a government compulsory purchase order on all my land. I said, what for? I said, what are they going to do with it and put the houses on it? He said, no. They're buying 1,000 acres of land from me, my next door neighbour farm, and the next door neighbour farm on the other side of me. In fact, the other guy on the other side of me, he's losing all of his farm and his house. I said, whatever for? He said, they're buying 1,000 acres off 3 farms. They're leaving me with 22 acres. And I'm trying to talk them into buying that as well, not will go off into the sunset. I said, what they're going to do with it then? He said, it's a transformer station for Sizewell C nuclear power station, which they haven't even started building yet. And he said, and they want 1,000 acres to build all this transformers kit on. And he said, and the funny thing about it is, Rolls-Royce have developed a nuclear reactor. It's a development of the nuclear reactors that they put in the nuclear submarines. And it's a nuclear reactor, all self-contained, with a steam turbine and condensers to condense the steam back to water, so it recirculates it. And the whole thing will make 0.5 gigawatt of power, and the whole thing fits in a 40-foot container. Now, Sizewell C is going to be, I think it's 3.5 gigawatts. So they've only got to put 7 containers down there with little nuclear power plants in there, and they're up to what Sizewell is. But Sizewell is going to cost billions and billions, and this would give Rolls-Royce workers in the UK a job. But no, they're going to have all the Chinese doing it. So I'm not going to go down the politics route with it. But anyway, I've had to move my Caterpillar, and trying to get a low loader at this time of year is hard work because most of the haulage firms are carting sugar beet with bulkers. And the firm that I use, they've got 4,500 acres, they're a big estate. But they've got 1 low loader, but they've got 31 lorries on the road. And when I phoned him up, I said, can you move it? And he said, when do you want it moved by? And I said, as soon as possible, really. And he said, all our lorries are on bulkers carting sugar beet from everybody's farms to the sugar beet factory. This is at this time of year. I said, well, I think the deadline is April. He said, oh yeah, we'll fit you in by then. So that took a great chunk of time sorting all that out, trying to get that organised. So I've not been near YouTube for days. So I thought I'd better make a video to thank everybody for the comments, and they've all been taken on board. And we'll carry on moving forward. Yes. So I'll see you tomorrow at some point. Risking death and risking getting shot by all and sundry. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.